Yesterday, I posted two videos with my analysis. Firstly, it was on Nifty 50, and second, I had talked about WTI crude oil prices as well. And I would like to talk about WTI crude oil, which I had taken a target of around 96 when it was running around 100 US dollars. That time, I took one indicator's help, that was Fibonacci retracement, and it was giving a signal that around 96 it was going to take support, and now we can see that WTI crude oil price went below 94 and my target was hit around 96. So this was one successful trade that I shared publicly over here. So I will be making a separate video on how to use Fibonacci retracement. This is a very simple yet very beautiful indicator that helps in trading. So I will be making a video on that separately. Now, if I talk about my analysis that I did on Nifty 50 yesterday, today we can see that wait a minute. Today we can see that after this reversal that Nifty 50 took yesterday, it has been cancelled out. We can say because Nifty has almost closed around this particular blue line that I had taken, and expected Nifty to move around this particular level, but yesterday's movement cancelled out almost everything. Market is also waiting for a Fed rates announcement that will be happening tomorrow in US. So we can expect another volatile day for this week. Now, if we look at charts, uh, if we draw another trend line from gap up that Nifty took after our budget day, that is on 2nd Feb's gap up, if we take its high and match it with closing of 10th February, which was the day when our RBI governor announced the minutes of MPC meeting on February 10th. Coming back to the charts, if we see that post budget reaction of market on 2nd February and the closing of 10th February candle, which was the day when RBI announced its rates on February's meeting, we can see that this particular trend line has acted as resistance for today, which was identified in early morning today, and the previously drawn candle, the resistance which I was expecting it to be, today this particular trend line worked as support and this acted as resistance. So for tomorrow we can expect some move around this particular area, and if we also take Fibonacci retracement levels, we are getting around 17,000 to be the main golden ratio of this indicator, which is 0.5. So as yet we are below this particular level, which is 17,000. So this will be acting as resistance for tomorrow or maybe for this entire week as well. And if we consider this particular gap up, we can see that we are getting around 16,350 level. So after this reversal that Nifty took today, we should be expecting this particular gap up between 9th and 10th March to be filled up. Maybe this week it can happen, maybe not, but whenever this particular range will be touched, we should expect some kind of support, or at least not support, then at least a reaction zone, and further we should be deciding our trades and where to enter. If we also look at the proportion of today's closing with resistance and support, it is almost the half part. As we can see, the closing is lying around middle range of these two, resistance and support. However, we should also try to consider further uh, further range if Nifty takes a sideways zone to move in and around. For me, this particular candle will be playing a role if Nifty chooses to react sideways tomorrow. So this much from 17,000 to around 16,350. This will be the major zone for this entire week for me. And if Nifty chooses to remain sideways for tomorrow's trade, we can expect also this particular range from 16,800 to around 16,500 also. So yeah, if this breaks 16,800, we can expect 17,000, and I will not be going beyond this 17,000 level because that seems to be quite a game changing movement if that happens, and also not below 16,350. So yeah, this particular range will be my trading area if I choose to trade for Nifty 50. If we look at 15-minute chart of Nifty 50, we can see how our levels are placed. This particular level of around 16,500, this has been taken as support on 3rd March. Again, it took support on 10th March, and now we can also expect that this can be again touched. Maybe let's see what happens tomorrow. And for resistance, it was taken and respected as resistance from 28th Feb. Then again it never touched it, but on 14th March, that is on Monday previous day, it traded above it, and now when today it broke, it surrendered completely below this particular range. So my bias is again bearish. So let's see what happens tomorrow. These are the levels I have mentioned, and this is the zone to trade tomorrow.